We are currently packing up in Borgia. We stayed here in this little cute town for the evening. This babe is making some sandwiches over there. We're heading right now to Cinque Terre. My partner Megan and I bought a motorcycle together in London 1 month ago.
Feeling like I just rode a horse for a couple hours.
If you want to know more about how we did that, you can watch the first video in this series. Now, with 1,800 miles of driving down, some of it faster and other times, meh, slower. The next stop on our list is this little unheard of, never before seen in National Geographic ever place, Cinque Terre. But first, as we're booking in our typical last-minute fashion, finding any reasonably priced place, if any place at all, seems impossible. After extensive searching, we end up finding Grandma's house in a tiny village 45 minutes from the nearest of 5 towns inside of Cinque Terre, which literally translates to the 5 lands. Buongiorno.
Dove volete andare?
And with that, it was time to see if our $50 per night rental at Grandma's house would be worth it. Come stai? Bene, va bene. Grazie. Che bella. Okay, we just went like 170 miles. We came to this this little tiny town of 30 people, we were just told, up in the mountains about 50 minutes from Cinque Terre. Check this house out.
If my grandma was Italian, this is what your house would look like.
We have a stove we light with the matches over here. Living room, antique couch, but, oh wait, no way.
That's what I'm saying.
Megan told me like 2 minutes ago, she's like, are we gonna drink the red label scotch out on the balcony out there? I thought she meant like this was the perfect time, but no, there's actually red label scotch. This is the coolest part right here. Oh man, I'm so sweaty from the, I don't know, 150, 170 miles, whatever we just did. But check this patio out. Knowing we had a big day in Cinque Terre coming up in the morning, it was time to end the night with a little bit of Italian practice.
Both Terre means to like.
Can we even say that on here? And our newly found red label scotch. Just how we imagine Grandma probably does it. This bell has been going off every 30 minutes since early in the morning. It was going off last night until like midnight. Okay, Adam, so that's enough about the bells. What should we expect from Cinque Terre today? Yeah, so Cinque Terre, it's a group of villages along the western coast of Italy. In the 11th century, with the Tuscan Obertanghi family ruling the area, Cinque Terre's first homes were built. The inhabitants started the absolutely insane work, turning the rough mountainous coastline into intricate terraces where they planted vines. Since then, they have survived pirates and turned into the most beautiful villages of the Italian Riviera. Let's go check them out. How was that motorcycle ride?
It was fun. It was fun. We were whipping it.
The roads are super tiny, and yes, we learned some valuable injury-free advice on just how careful we need to be on this bike. Now, cars and bikes aren't exactly allowed inside of Cinque Terre, and we wanted to see all 5 towns. Not sure if we're at the first village right over here, if we have to keep on walking down that way. We had heard that there is a hiking path that takes you 7.5 miles down the coast, but we had already gotten a late start to the day, and a little research mission on the hike seemed like our best bet. And when I say research, I mean Megan's prepping our snorkeling over here. We are currently in Monte Rosso. One thing we've noticed so far is the prices are a lot cheaper than in France, which is
Muy bueno.
This is the most northern of the villages right now. Through our research, we figured out our route that would connect us to all 5 villages, and it was settled. We would head home for the evening bells and come back in the morning to start our adventure through Italian paradise. Surely no flooding, landslides, or closed trails would stop us. Alright, so we just arrived in Cinque Terre. This is Monte Rosso. Today we are going to be hiking all 5 of the little villages here, down to the last village, which is Rio Maggiore. It's about a 8 to 10 mile hike.
We don't really know. We're gonna find out. There's been some landslides, and supposedly there's a detour, so.
We're skipping town number 1, Monte Rosso, because we went there yesterday. And now we're headed to the village number 2, which is Vernazza. As we start our adventure, despite trail closures, we are optimistic we'll be able to hike all the way to the 5th village, Rio Maggiore. No idea how we'll get back, but the optimism is there. I can feel it. Fun fact, these little roller coaster looking things are called treninos, and they have been used to carry stones, tools, grapes, and olives for centuries. Pretty cool, eh? We are coming up to the second little town here called Vernazza, and it just looks so cute.
This is pretty sick.
We're cruising along at a record pace.
So we have gone 2.8 miles now. Average pace, 33-minute miles. So we're going kind of slow. It's 10 a.m. and we're gonna stop and get some coffee.
Nothing better than salt and pepper tomatoes for breakfast.
My body is a temple.
Knocking village and village off our list, I'm not sure on much more of the history of the region, but I really don't care at this point. We're exploring some of the most exquisite coastlines we have seen in our lives. We're entering into Corniglia. We just learned that the GL makes a Y sound in Italian.
Sounding stupid for 7 days now.
They have these fountains in every little town here. Not just in Cinque Terre, but also in other towns with tap water.
Quite handy.
Things are going great and our legs are at full force. But there's a portion of the trail coming up that has been destroyed by a landslide. And this puts a little damper in our plans. And we are off to the 4th village right now. And it is called
Manarola. And it's about 4.5 kilometers away.
For you non-kilometer using peasants, that's like 2-ish miles. We just missed the beach. After using some Google Maps magic, we think we've found a way around the landslide through a secret tunnel. I don't think this is the way we're supposed to go, but we did stumble upon this little beach access here, where you have to walk down this like ladder. And then it's like an old castle. We tried going over there to check it out. There was big fences and it looked like half of the mountain fell off. Out of options for walking, we decide we must cheat. They say cheaters never win, but dark times call for extreme measures. The entirety of Cinque Terre is linked by a train system, and we find out we happen to have just walked underneath the train system itself to get to the beach we thought would connect the landslide botched trail. So that was that. The coast was clear on getting to the final village. Our only wonder now was, how are we gonna get back? The train seems boring and we are definitely too dead to hike back. The views here never cease to amaze me. Check out these cliffs up here. €3-minute train, €5. Kind of expensive. Yeah, I'm getting this photo. Victory is in sight with only one village left to hike to.
So we filled our water bottles one last time and put our magic shoes on. You know, the ones that could take you anywhere.
I thought maybe I'd just run across Greenbow County. And I figured since I run this far, maybe I'd just run across the great state of Alabama. And that's what I did. I ran clear across Alabama. No particular reason, I just kept on going. I ran clear to the ocean. And when I got there, I figured since I'd gone this far, I might as well turn around, just keep on going.
And with that, we had made it, with one last surprise coming up. Via Maggiore. The coolest part of the entire hike is that we can take the whole trip back that we made here hiking in like 6 or 7 hours on a boat in 1 hour.
All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this side away.